Get some help.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, it does say Crack House Studios. Can you imagine going down to the office and applying for a trademark named Crack House Studios? Yes, ma'am. I would like to name my business Crack House Studios. That's what I want the name to be. It's not what you think. Druganism!
So as I'm sitting here studying etymology, I thought to myself, I was like, man, it's kind of crazy how many people are like, man, what's wrong? You on drugs? Did a spirit get in your body? While I'm sitting here looking this stuff up and showing it to people, and I'm like, well, that's crazy, since you can actually get a degree in this from really respected schools. And you can be a fucking professor at this shit. Yet, most of America will look at you and call you stupid for wanting to be non-stupid about the fucking language that you speak, right? And I was like, damn. So I seen this guy say something, and it made me want to look up the word united. I'm going to show you the video. But first, look at the definition of united. Now check out what this dude says. I don't even know who the fuck this is, but look at what he says.
So who fits this description of the Antichrist? People have long pondered the meanings of these characteristics, expecting an individual who is blind in one eye with the word kafir written on his forehead.
So to me, that is an illustration of someone who only sees half of what's around them. And since he has some word written on his forehead, well, then he's apparently easy to read and illiterate, or somebody who speaks a literacy of illness.
But what if he is not a single individual? What if the Antichrist is many people? What if he is a spirit that possesses an entire nation? The description of this nation is that it devours the whole earth, tramples it down, and crushes it.
Well, to me, that sounds like it would be the word of a certain kind of person. Because people can speak words that beat you down and make you feel like shit, right? Well, I think that would be a group of people who agree more than politically, but ideology-wise. But it seems like it's an ideology that's meant to make people sick.
So it must be a world power, perhaps the strongest the world has ever seen. Only one country comes to mind that fits that description of a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible and extremely strong. This iron beast that tramples over the nations is none other than the United States of America.
Well, that would mean it would be us. U.S. Us. A country where we're told in kindergarten, a kindergarten is not one I want to eat from. Anyway, we're told in kindergarten, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never fucking hurt me. Well, that did a whole fucking 180, because words seem to hurt every fucking body these days. Not only that, we are the language that is the hardest to understand because there's so many consistent, quickly reoccurring fucking slangs being invented to the same exact word. Not to mention, we all have social media, and we are very aware that it's making motherfuckers non-social, and it's made debating not a thing, because people just group together with yes men who agree with exactly what they say. If you don't share ideas and you don't have to deal with what someone else may suggest, the only thing that can do is, one, fucking boost your ego to a damn level. We're told in kindergarten, Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never fucking hurt me. Well, that did a whole fucking 180, because words seem to hurt every fucking body these days. Not only that, we are the language that is the hardest to understand because there's so many consistent, quickly reoccurring fucking slangs being invented to the same exact word. Not to mention, we all have social media, and we are very aware that it's making motherfuckers non-social, and it's made debating not a thing, because people just group together with yes men who agree with exactly what they say. If you don't share ideas and you don't have to deal with what someone else may suggest, the only thing that can do is, one, fucking boost your ego to a damn level where you just feel like you're fucking right about everything all the time, and I guarantee you it shrinks your imagination. Now look at music, and look at how people talk to each other, and look at social media. Yeah, we're probably the most fucking toxic country in the universe. And we don't even have to be. We fucking choose to be. Now, pause. Speaking on studying words, I want you to think about the word Christ. What does Christ mean? Well, one, it was the name given to Jesus. We'll get to that name in a minute. It was the name given to Jesus, but when it's used in exclamation, well, when you stub your toe, you're like Christ. Or when something bad happens, you're like Christ. It's an oath. I think the definition is an oath to irritation. Let's see how good I know words. Let's look. Okay, so I was right. It's an oath to being irritated, pretty much. Remember when your teacher used to tell you, hey, sound it out? You know how dictionaries have like a weird fucked up way of like sounding it out in print form so people can sound it out themselves? Well, why don't you just sound it out, since it's a fucking sound, instead of reading it out what the dictionary put below, so you could. No, you have to sound it out. So if you take Christ and sound it out, you have Christ, Christ, C-R-Y space I-S-T. Well, that's weird. When you stub your toe and you say Christ and people get irritated, when some people get irritated, they cry. Boo-hoo. So back to Christ, the word, sound it out. You have cry, we know what that is, space I-S-T. Well, you might not think I-S-T is a definition, but it is. It's a noun. And it means like a follower of like a certain philosophy. Now you see what just happened? We took the word Christ, sounded it out to cry and ist. So even if you didn't know who Christ is, you could sound that word out. Research each definition, cry, and then the definition ist, and just by defining those two definitions, you can probably figure out what happened. Well, when Christ was crucified, everyone who followed his philosophy, ist, the definition ist, well, they definitely cried. Christ. Now, if you do have a lot of followers that follow the way you think, your philosophy or whatever, what does the internet do? It tries to govern your mentality. That's what shadow banning and stuff like that. So if you think outside the box, they want you inside the box. Now, look at the other name for Christ, Jesus. When you sound out Jesus, it's G-S-U-S, Jesus. So, who wanted to govern the mentality of Jesus's followers? The government of a country. He was the suspect of the government. G-sus. Government suspect. Whether it's intended or not intended, it doesn't matter. It's pretty fucking direct.